Okay, test 1, 2. Looks good. All right, so despite the amount of time and effort I put into building those pipes over there, I was pretty dissatisfied with how things were looking. I felt like there had to be something that could be better, more clean and uniform. And so yesterday I built off stream. I built a new blueprint, which is this blueprint over here. And after I saw how it turned out, I decided I was going to rebuild all of these fuel generators with this design, and then connect up the rings. Connect up these rings and figure out how to make the waterfall idea work with these instead. I think the end result is going to be a much cleaner look with far less jank, basically, to how the pipes are laid out. So this is the new plan. We're going to tear all these down and rebuild them like this. This has one other nice benefit to it. But I'll go over what I've done first. So I've got a bunch of walkways in here for use during building. What these are for is they were used to set up the pipes, and as I add in new connections from one side to the other, they're going to help me maintain the shape as close as possible as I add in junctions and connections. And the other nice thing is we've got a power connection coming out down here. So this fuel generator is wired to there. It's hard to see, but there's a power socket there, or outlet there, and then it comes out the back here for ease of access. But this is going to let me run all the wires along the ground and keep them less visible, not invisible. You'll still see some wires, but they'll be less obvious as I make my way through the build. Now, one thing I do want to do, actually, is test. I haven't actually tested that this piping works correctly from straight out of the blueprint. So we're going to throw together a real quick water extractor like this. And this is just temporary. And make sure that it fills up this pipe ring. So just to make sure no water gets into the fuel here, I'm going to delete that, and then we're going to bring this over here. And then we're just going to connect this up and make sure that the actual ring fills up. So this is running, and it should, I think we should have enough head lift that this pipe ring should fill up. Got ya. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Yeah, I really, I spent some time yesterday working on it, trying to figure out a better way to be able to connect these up at any direction and look cool. And this ring is what I come up with, and I think it's pretty cool too. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So we're going to redo all of this, and I'm just testing to make sure that the blueprint actually works. So if we take a look at this, we can see this is filling up slowly. And around to this side. So it looks like all the liquid or fluid is flowing correctly through the pipes. All the way through. Looks good. Yeah, so we don't have any bad connections. And we'll let it run for a bit until it stops and make sure that every pipe segment is full, and then we'll know that the blueprint works just fine. It looks like we're good. Yeah. So it looks like this design is going to work. Everything's full. So we'll continue onwards now. We will get rid of this, and we will flush the network. Completely get rid of all the water. And we'll put this back the way it was. Should be horizontal vertical. Very nice. Okay. So from here, I now need to go around and delete everything I built yesterday and replace all of these fuel generators with the new blueprinted fuel generator with the pipe ring around it. Some of them might have to be moved slightly. Like this one, there might be some clippings, so we might have to move it a little bit to the left. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how that goes. But we're going to start by just getting rid of everything over here. And it feels a little bittersweet to delete all this stuff that I put so much work into, but in the end, it wasn't working out the way I wanted, so it's got to go. I did make a save right before I deleted anything, just in case, so we can get it back if we absolutely need to, but I don't think we will. I think we're going to use the new design. Panion, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you. Good morning. All right. That. Okay, so get rid of all these pipes, and then one at a time we'll replace the fuel generators with the new design. And then we'll look at connecting things up. I do think the final design, because we've got the different heights, is going to require a couple different starting points. So I think we'll have maybe probably 3 water towers or fuel towers at different locations. And then the tallest, they will connect directly to the tallest fuel generators, and then we'll waterfall down amongst the rings. So I think we'll probably need 3 of those, and we'll have to have pumps. So like if we had one behind this one, right, we'd have a tower kind of like up here, and we'd pump up to it, and then the pipes would run along the beach back towards a central junction, which would be the source of all the turbo fuel. So there'd be like one here, maybe one over there, probably one over there, near the highest ones, and then everything will flow downwards from there. So we don't have to have every single ring connected to every other ring. We can have 2 or 3 kind of groups of rings that work together. Yeah. That's the current idea anyway. All right, that gets rid of, I think, most of the pipes. And now we can start working on generators. All right, so Did you know that if you make a fixed snowman, the snowman mouth is made of bombs? I did not know that. That's pretty neat. All right, so let's replace you. Now then. Okay, this looks good. Where's the front? That's the back. So the way I had this working is it was in the kind of near the, we want it centered and near the middle-ish, if we can get it there. Let's see how that looks. In terms of positioning, yeah, it wasn't quite forward enough. That's what I was worried about with that particular one. So we might need another, let's see, do I want to rebuild this? I think I do. We might need another foundation to build on here. Somewhere in the middle there. Come around here, like this. Carefully grab just this piece of pipe. And then get these two. All right, so if I pop an extra foundation there, does that help me build it better? Yes, okay. So you want it to be centered, and then like just a little bit back from the front, like that, I think, is about right. Yeah, that's more in line with, that should be aligned more correctly. Yeah, there we go. All right, that looks good. So there's another one done. Now there is that extra piece of foundation in the middle, but that's mostly hidden. I wonder if I should get rid of it or not. Yeah, all the other ones have the cross empty. So I think we will just have them sitting on the 4 foundations. Okay. Next up is this one. I think we probably need to pop that there to get this to work. And then, where's the front? There's the front. So just, I think it's like, yeah, just where the bounding box is just past the edge. Like that. Or was it? Yeah, just like that. Okay. So the bottom of the pipe is a little bit forward of the middle. So that's one too many if it's kind of like centered there in that little square inside a square. Just one forward of that, I think, is exactly right. Let's go check it out. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Now where does, and that comes out just there. Okay, so we might have a problem with the power connection if the back of a particular placement is clipping into something, into the geometry, but so far, so good. Let's keep going. Maybe, you know what, I think maybe I will leave the centerpiece there for these. I think it's okay. And even if it's a different color, yeah. I think we will leave it there. We'll leave it just like this. So whatever the outsides are, the center is just kind of white. All right, let's go ahead and place another one. Yep, like so. Okay. All right, now you're up. Now, what is it complaining about? It's clipping into somebody, I think. Yeah, that one over there might have to move. Yeah, I can see it now. Okay. So we are going to have to move this one, it looks like. There's too much space we need. But we can move this one over a little bit. How would we do it? Let's see. I think we'll build these two and then put this one in the middle. Let's see if we can squeeze this in now. Just like so. Yeah, that looks good. Very nice. Okay, so that's going to fit there. And then this one's not sitting on any this is not sitting on any supports. I wonder, I think since I'm redoing these, I think I actually will plop some supports down here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So I kind of want these to be, let's see, can I get you to show up? You're not really in the right position. Maybe if I come down. Needs to be a little further back than that. Okay, well, we'll put that there, and then we'll move it back a little bit. So, to move it back, we will grab a painted beam. And I think just moving it back by one or maybe two. No, maybe just one. Let's go like that. So that's back, and then we build directly on top of it. It should be centered so that, yeah, it's been moved back by 1 meter. Okay. And then we can come over here and zoom or vertical build this down to the ground. Okay. And then if we go back, like that. Now we can build on top of this, I think. Now what is it? It's encroaching on somebody. Who is it encroaching on? Who's unhappy? I see that bounding box turning red. What is the other one that it doesn't like? Why can't you build there? Oh, there's something at the back. Oh, there's a it's just a power line. Okay, we can get rid of that. What else? What else are you complaining about now? Something to the left. Oh, this guy, Mr. Limestone. Oh, you got to go, unfortunately. Smurf123, welcome to the channel. Good to see you here. Good morning. Okay, there we go. And now we should finally be able to place this down. There we go. Okay, so it's a little bit off center on these, which means we need to move them 1 more meter backwards. So we'll do this one more time. We will pop you down and then get on top of you. Delete these. Come down. There we go. 1. Like that. Okay. And now we should be just right. There we go. Looks good. There's the ring. Okay. So now we come back over here. And one other thing I should do real quick is just to keep my... well, my hover's still going to work unless... No, this isn't connected up anymore because I deleted something. Right? Yeah, I deleted this. So... let's Let's come here, like that. Connect these up, connect you to that. And then connect this middle one to, there we go, okay. So let's get a feel for how this is going to look. Let's back out. Yeah, that's going to be very cool, I think. These ringed generators. I think that's going to work. All right, so let's replace this one next. We want... We want to place down a foundation so that the middle of the block within a block, the square within a square here should be kind of right underneath the output port, or rather if we look at this one, where are the feet on the line? Yeah, they're right kind of, they're just a little bit forward of the bottom line of the square within a square. All right. So if we do something like that, that should be pretty darn close to what I have over elsewhere. Come back. I think that's good. All right, so then we go there and there and there and there. Place our new blueprint. So missing iron rods. How did I? Oh, because of all the foundations, or all the wet catwalks rather. Okay, that makes sense. All right, quick trip back home. Got to do a stocking run. You guys are not long for this world. Unfortunately, you've done valiant service, but grids and pipelines, as clean as they are not what I want in this playthrough. And you will be saying your final farewell. You will last a little bit longer, Mr. Turbofuel plant. I'm not sure when we'll replace you, but for now you'll stay. One rebuild project at a time. All right, so I got to get over to my... what are these things called? Hypertube, my hypertube cannon, and head home real quick. Stock up on some supplies. You know, if I was going to get... I'm still resistant to the idea of mods, but the expanded inventory would be real nice for stuff like this. If I could just have, like, you know, 20 stacks of everything at all times, that'd be super nice. Oh, I need to make sure I don't die here. Okie dokie. All right, we don't need screws. We do need rods. We've got 11. So let's top these up. And given how many of those things we're building, we'll take a couple extras. Because the catwalks are 2 rods. Yeah, so the plates I probably have enough, but let's see. What do I have for plates? What do I have for plates? 200, 190. Okay. Well, sure, we can take an extra stack of those as well. Reinforced, we're fine, right? 100, 100, yep. Rotors, we're good. Motors we're burning through, but that's okay. We planned for that already. Get a few extra frames. We don't need motors, so in terms of, we've got concrete. I probably need, I'm okay for pipes, although I'm building quite a few. Let me go grab a few extras of those. And then, what do I have over here? Am I good for crystals? Good for, nope, need a little bit more plastic. Okay, we've got plenty of rubber. Alclad sheets. I probably don't need to be carrying around the casings. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Those are fine. We do need steel beams, it looks like. And how are we for quick wire? I thought I saw that a little low. No, we've got plenty. Okay. Okay, so almost done with the reloading, and then we'll get back to the fuel plant. So cable, yeah, we could use some of this. We'll take a little bit, I think we'll take an extra stack of copper sheets because we're building a lot of pipes. Top up our wire a little bit. Then we'll head over here. Get some steel beams. And I think that's it. We don't need pipes. We don't need those. Okay, yeah, we're good. Back to the fuel plant we go. Here's my one of my other hypertube cannons. We'll head back. And we can see our new fuel plant sort of taking shape from the sky. Yeah, I think all these rings are going to look real cool when we're done. Okay, back to the hover pack and up into the air. And there's our new design. Just like so. Okay. So now we got to figure out how to move these around so that we can make this work over here. Okay. So to the right works. Yeah, okay. So that is 1, 2, 3 meters to the right. All right. So if we go 3 meters to the right, we should be able to build this. So we'll pull out our beam. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 3 meters to the right, just like that. There's our new position. Come down to the ground. All right, so there's our center point, and then we have one on each side. And then that one should be green. These ones should be the beige sandy color, but we'll come back and finish those later. And then this guy goes right like that. Right? Yep, looks good. One more ring done. And yeah, there's another one of these glitches with the blueprint. If I just pick any color at all and then mouse over the connectors, you see they go from black to green. Not quite sure what that bug is, but it's like there's a default color for things, and sometimes it doesn't pick up the paint that you've applied in the blueprint generator. Not sure why. One other thing I'll point out is that once I'm done with the build, all of these walkways get deleted. So the clipping won't be there, the walkways won't be there either. But they're useful during the build for, if I want to make a connection, they're useful for having the angles correct, to be able to delete sections and try things and put things back if they don't work the way I want. Okay, now for you, should be able to just like that. Looks good. Okay. Let's do another one. Yep, that looks right. This one's up on stilts. It shouldn't be too materially different. We do need the centerpiece. Okay, so who are you clipping into? You're having a problem with this one. So let's get rid of this one for now. Okay, good. So it should be right there. It wants to go 1 meter back because it's having problems with this one on the left. That's tricky. That one's going to have a little bit of a problem too, I think, putting it down. That's a little irksome. So we can go, yeah, we can go one to the left. So we have to move this whole thing one to the left, I think, to get this to work. And then we're gonna have probably to move that one back. I guess I'm doing this. It's a mistake. Just move the entire assembly one to the left. Yep, okay. Nothing for it but to just do it. I forgot to get the height that I wanted. Can I build you? I can build you underneath you, can't I? Yeah, okay, there we go. And then these guys were black. So why did you choose to build fuel plant so far away? And do you know this game called Subnautica? I mean, I just built it near the oil, as for its location. And yes, I have played Subnautica. It's a fantastic game. So now, I should be able to get you right where you belong, just like that. Very good. Okay, let's come down and do the supports underneath. Put these back. Texture. In the small frame. And I think this time, with this, I'm not going to build out all the interior ones. I'm just going to do the exterior ones here. I think it's a little too busy right now with all of those supports. So just the exterior ones are fine. And I'll probably go around to the other ones and do the same thing. Yeah, I think that's better. That's all we really need for that. Now, I don't think I have any of those over here. Yeah, this is cool. This is going to look good. All right, for you, let's plop something down. Like, wait, grab this instead. Kind of like that, I think. Looks good. Yeah, that's yeah, right there is correct. Okay, there we go. Let's come back here and work out if this one's going to work. I think we're going to have to move this back. It's probably too close. Can we squeeze? No, wow, it's going to work. Okay, that's perfect. That's easy. Starting to look good, starting to come together. Yeah, I like this much, much better. And then you just have tiny little connections between rings, right? So there's none of these like floating pipes in the air. You don't have to worry about like weird angles and stuff. I think this is cool. All right, I think this is gonna work. Let's keep going. Let's get the rest of these built. We want to grab... Did I build you without? Oh, I did, didn't I? You would be the only one without, so let's fake this a little bit if we can. Should be basically just like that. Maybe a little bit more forward. Can't quite tell. I think it's around there-ish. Is that close? Yeah, that's pretty close. All right, and then we'll just go in here like this. Okay, there we go. So now you've got a foundation too. We'll do the colors later. Okay, for you... There we go. Like that, that's good. Well, this one's pretty close. Might have to scooch this one off to the left a bit. Let's see. We can try it. Well, looks like it's going to work. Yep, okay. That connection's really close. I don't actually know if I could make that work like right there, because I'd have to have two... I'd have to have a... where are the lines? Yeah, that one could be tricky. I think it'll probably more likely connect back here than directly at this meeting point, although it'd be cool if I could. But you can see the pipe segments don't line up exactly. So we can have a junction there, and then I guess one there, but they're so close I don't know if you could draw a pipe segment between them. I wonder if I should actually move this right because of that. Yeah, maybe? Yeah, maybe I should move it like 1 meter to the right, I think. All right, this is annoying to delete, but we got to do it. All right. That. Careful. Careful. Okay. Get you, you, and you. All right, and then let's move everything 1 meter to the right. So, pop that down. Nope, we'll pop that down there. Come down and... I don't think I can get underneath that pillar where it is right now. So we'll use the vertical zoom. Okay, I think this is going to be better here. Yeah, a little bit more space between these pipe rings is good, I think. Okay, next up is this one. Let's pop that there. And then, yeah, I think I want to get rid of the inner supports here. I think they're too much. That one wasn't even positioned correctly. Okay, so now we just have, yeah, the outer ones. I think that's better. There we go, looks good. Another one done. Okay. What happened here? How did I... Oh, I must have... I accidentally deleted the generator when I was deleting the... the supports. I got this guy by accident, so we gotta redo the whole thing. Fortunately, deleting takes a lot more time than placing once you have the blueprint built. All right. There we go. Okay, so we'll come over here and start working on these. This is getting close to having all this rebuild work done, and then we just have to do connections, which is going to be more work and a little tricky in a couple places like there, but the end result, I think, is going to be pretty nice. Yeah, I think so. All right, here we go with... We need a... There we go. Need one of these. And you should be centered. And then ever so slightly back. Just kind of like that. Okay. And can we get you to pop in exactly where we want you? Yes, we can. Okay, that's that one done. And these two are kind of close together. There might be a little bit more room on the left there. So let's just, let's see. We come in here to do this one. I think we'll just move it ever so slightly to the left. Just a little bit. So normally it would be put like, what, there-ish? Let's just pop it a little bit to the left. Just a skosh. Yeah, let's do something like that. There we go, another one done. And now let's see if we can get this one to work. I think I need to come down. So we want you just like that. There we go. That looks good. This one in here is a tight fit. We'll see if we get this one to work. Yeah, this is close to a lot of these guys. It's actually the closest to that one. Let's see if we can... yeah, let's see if we can get this to work. All right. So you're going to be right around there. This is moving it forward just a little bit, actually. But that's okay. Yeah, look at how it's overlapping over there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. So if I move it forward a little bit, I can just get it in. So let's do like that. Okay. So Gaia, to respond to your earlier question, I played through Subnautica about a year after it was released and spent a lot of time building storage containers. I think I built, I don't know, probably 60 lockers in my submarine, and then once I finally got it, but like, yeah, I spent a lot of time building and farming like every possible ingredient I could need. And I ended up, you know, then I ended up beating the game. But I had a lot of fun with that one. I think that's a really cool base building game. It's got a really cool tech tree, very good progression, and very interesting atmosphere and story too. So yeah, I quite like Subnautica, and I've played Below Zero as well, although I did not finish Below Zero, but I got near the end and kind of lost interest. Okay, this one should be pretty straightforward. I'll just put down some foundations like that. There we go. There's that one done. Same thing over here. Let's put something down like... Why do those look... Oh, because it's clipping in, that's why. Yeah, something like that should work. We might need to come up by one. Yeah, we do. For this to get built correctly. There we go. That's right. Okay, next is you. Oh, we're missing iron rods again. Wow, we went through so many. I can't believe that. I thought I brought extra because I thought that would be enough. But I guess, yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably like 25 iron plates times 2 is I'm probably using 50 iron rods for each one of these. Yeah, that's probably what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 left. So sadly, I'm gonna have to do another run here. Man, the hypertube cannon's so far away over there. I wonder if I should build another one. Probably not. It doesn't take that long to travel over there. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I should add any batteries to the plant over there. Maybe. Let's build what we're working on right now first, and then we'll head over, and then we'll think about batteries. Maybe they should be integrated into the island power plant over there. It's possible. Lucas Lipinski, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Happy Sunday to you as well, sir. Thank you. All right, iron rods. I can't believe how many of these I've gone through. What did we use up? We need a little bit more concrete. We went through the copper pipes, copper sheets. I need more of those. Concrete, copper sheets. Looks like we're low on iron plates as well. Let's grab some rods here. And 6 times 50 is 300. Probably need one more for good measure. Steel beams, pipes, we need, what did I say, copper sheets? Okay, iron plates and copper sheets, and then we go back. Okay. So yeah, it's, I know, so you guys have played this game, you know the feeling, right? This is basically my starter area. This was the second big build I did. I don't know about big. This was the second, like, thing that I built, sort of, after I got iron plates and rods up, was copper. And for a while, the limestone node up there was being fed directly into a fix-it, or an awesome sink to try and generate coupons. But it's always interesting to come back to where you started and kind of look at stuff and think about, oh man, if only I'd had this or that when I built these, I could have done this differently. But at least it's fairly clean for a first start, right? I've got my smelters feeding into manifolds. I've got clean belt lines for the most part. I mean, this is a little bit jank feeding into the storage containers, but yeah, you can kind of, there's always a history of your progress in a Satisfactory game from wherever you first like start to wherever your latest creation might be. I think that's kind of one of the cool things of the game. You know, I've got, I think, 254 hours in this playthrough. So I've built up all this stuff. And when you look at, actually, blueprints change things, but it used to be like when you look at somebody's world and see all the stuff they built and realize they built that one piece at a time, sometimes it was a little mind-boggling. To think about, like, you know, this enormous, like, set of factories and buildings and everything, and it was built one piece at a time. That's crazy. All right, back we go. Yeah, that's going to free up all that space on that island. That might last a while longer, that Turbofuel plant, just because it's not too bad where it is. All right, so back to what we were doing. You're fine there. Okay. You gotta go. So we're gonna do like that. Sure. That one comes to there. Very nice. You keeping the fart plants around? Yeah, I'm trying to preserve as much of the natural ecology as I can. I almost wish this island had more trees on it. But I'm not getting rid of anything that I can avoid getting rid of, basically. Okay, do another one over here. And you go, you should be centered, and then right to there. There we go. Okay, looks good. This one already has the footings. So this one's complaining a little bit about that one over there. We might have to move this. Yeah, we probably have to move this to the left a bit. Because if it's centered, it can't come far forward enough. Actually, why don't we move this one? Oh, this one's really tight. Let's move let's move this one to the right a little bit, I think. Yeah. Okay. So let's actually go, I think we'll go 2 meters to the right and redo these footings. Maybe a little higher as well. That's not what I wanted to do at all. You need to come down to the ground like that. You probably don't. And you maybe do? Yeah, you do. Okay. So then these become green. I'll have to redo a lot of the coloring and make sure everything is working, but I want to get the builds done first. So now we can pop you like that. I can't quite see the left side. Is that right? Or is it one more? No, it's one more. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks correct. Okay. I guess we'll do you. That one is easy enough. Are we almost done? We're almost done. There's just one left, right? Then we've rebuilt all of these with the rings. Okay. So, where are you going to fit? Right around kind of there-ish. It's very narrow. I think we will do this. We'll just put it on one. So it's right there. Right? And then we'll put the footings in after. Let's see. Can I... If I just copy... If I put them on there, is that just going to work? Where's the thing? I think that is going to work. Yeah, that looks right to me. And then this thing in the middle we can just get rid of. Okay. Okay, that looks right. Those look right. Okay, so that's all the power plants rebuilt with the new blueprint. So we got the power connections out the back, nice and easy to wire up. We've got our rings to carry fluid. And I guess the next thing to do would be to start building connections between the rings. So let's do these two first. Let's see how this is going to work. So let me make sure. I'm going to go ahead and save here. So we've got everything. All of them are rebuilt, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. This looks pretty neat so far. Let me do a save game real quick. And then we'll figure out where we want this connection to happen. This wouldn't actually be here. Yeah, let's get rid of you. So ideally I would put it like right here, but I don't know that I can. So if I delete that, and then I put in, well, I'd have to delete this one too, right? And then we'll go ahead and put in two supports like this. There we go, one there and one. We want to basically put it on like that, so it's a straight line. Now we can build a straight pipe between them, and then we should be able to put a cross junction here on this straight section, right? So if we do that and clear out this trash, is there a little chunk of pipe in there? I think that's fine, yeah. So now we connect this up. Then how do we do one over there? You know what I mean? That would... I'm concerned this is... Yeah, this is too close. They're going to be clipping directly into each other. So that one kind of won't work unless... Let's see. If I delete... Yeah, no, it's too close there. All right, so that's not going to work. Let's go back and put them slightly further apart. Love it, just can't stand the Z fighting. Yeah, Lucas, the sorry, yawning. The catwalks are going to go when everything's said and done. They're there primarily for connections. They're there to help build connections and maintain the curve around the loop while we're doing so. So I think instead of having it right there, because that's not going to work, we'll just put them kind of here and have like a little bridge that goes from one to the other. I think that probably works better. So we can do it like there, and well, I'm going to give it a little room. So they'll be this one will be angled like this. I think we need to give it a little bit of room. So if we put this like this, and then we go ahead and grab the cross, should be able to snap it on like that. And then the question is, can we connect you back up? No, that's what I was worried about. So we do have to, let's see. So actually, the easiest way to do this is just draw a straight pipe. If we put that back, that's straight now, so we should be able to... No, it's still too sharp. Okay, so we're gonna need two segments, and then we need to build the straight pipe between, like that, and that. Okay, so we can do this. Now we can put the junction. Like so. Okay, then we delete these. There we go. All right, so there's our new junction over here. And then we need to do the same thing here. I think with these two. Okay. So we go like that, and that's on the wrong one. There we go. Straight section of pipe. Connector in the middle. Delete. Delete. Delete, delete. And then we just build this connection like this and figure out... Now, which one is... Oh, one of them's slightly higher than the other, I guess? So what's the best way to build this? Probably noodle. Auto 2D. Horizontal to vertical. Auto 2D is kind of interesting. But noodle's probably the way to go here, because we've already got curves everywhere. So there we go. There's one connection. And I think I'm going to leave that orange for now, so that I can see all the connections more easily. And when we're done building them all, then we'll paint everything green again. So, yeah, this isn't exactly what I'd want, but it's much better than what we had before, I think. So the problem is because of the way that, because these are 20-degree curves, essentially, the left side is not symmetrical with the right side. So that's kind of on the right, and then those two are on the left. And so over here, you can see the difference. Like, I couldn't build these in the identical place. They had to be, one was always going to be offset to the other. So that's kind of okay, though. There's not much I can do about it. It has to be that way. But these connections will be small and short, and they will be green, so they'll blend in and stuff. All right, so another connection we could do is this one down to there, so waterfall down to there. Hey, is there a reason you're not building the junction directly on the pipe? Yes, the curve is too sharp. So if I go ahead and grab this, nowhere along this curve can I actually build one. The turn of the pipe is too sharp for attachment. So this is the problem with the curve, and one of the reasons I left the catwalks in is that you just can't, like, with this curve in place, you can't build this anywhere. So the best I can do is kind of what you just saw me do. Now, to get back to this, yeah, this would be the one right here. So let's do another junction. I think probably here, and then the pipe goes down. Yeah. Is there a way for me to simply... Yeah, you can't build them vertical is the problem. I could do this to make it faster and easier. But it sort of needs to go directly down. If I do that, can I then... yuck. Yeah, that's no good. So that's not the way to do it either. Just got to keep doing it the way I've been doing it. Actually, I suppose I could try building a blueprint for this. See if I can make that work. That's no good. It's got to be equidistant so I can get the centering done. There we go. So this way I can build it pointing down. Okay. That feels a little off somehow. I think I used the wrong... Yeah, for these I want to use... Oh, no, I can't. Okay. So this is gonna come down, and... So I think we want another one here that it can connect to, or... I could technically connect it to this. What would this look like if I built it like this? Horizontal to vertical. No, it clips through, so that doesn't work. Okay, we need another one down here for it to connect to. Let's just do this one like this. See if we can squeeze this in. No. Okay. That doesn't seem right. Let's try that again. That's going to be a little gnarly. Let's see if we can make that work. I don't think we can build that. Will it let me? That's weird. It'll do it for Noodle. Huh, okay. Yeah, it won't allow that. It's too close. Guess we need to give it more room. So we can actually build it more like this. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then we can just connect this up. Like that. And then these guys like that. Okay, so we've ruined the curve a little tiny bit, but it's okay. We got close. And then this one I want to be horizontal to vertical. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So let me back up and see what that looks like. Jesse John Dillo. Hey, welcome. Welcome back. Or welcome to the channel, rather. Okay. Yeah, so I'm okay with this. I think the end result here is that we have kind of nice looking pipeworks, and then the occasional, like, because that's horizontal to vertical, it's clean. So at least, and that's small, so the connections are small and kind of clean. I'm kind of okay with how this is playing out. The test, of course, is going to be when we fill this up with fuel and see it kind of trickle down through everything the way I want. Which reminds me, I need some way to, or some place, some location, to put like a fuel tower to connect up on here at the back. So it's probably going to be like right here. There'll be like one single foundation, kind of like that. And then if we look at, is it under organization for the fluid buffers? Yeah. What size are these? Those are actually more than one wide. So it might just be the ordinary fluid buffer here. Just one little fluid buffer, just to kind of get things up at the right gravity point and have it all flow downwards. No worries, gotcha. No worries at all. Welcome back. All right, so when we're done, all of these will be connected and the turbo fuel will flow through them. Did you try to connect the two loose loops by a vertical inverted U? No, I did not. I don't want any, I know if you're going from a high to a low, the gravity will push it back up the pipe if you do it, like if you do a U. But for the most part, where I can, I want to stick to things just flowing down or horizontally. I want to try to avoid as much flowing upwards as I can, because that's where you get into trouble with pipes. So for now, anyway, that's the idea. All right, so this guy is going to connect to a bunch of other people. It's going to connect to that one and that one. And then I think this one goes over there, right? Are these the same height? Yeah, these are fine. All right, so let's do a connection here, actually. This is not connected to anything. That's not connected to anything. So we'll just connect the two of them up. All right, so let's come over here. Let's do a straight line there. There we go. This between. And now let's get a junction out. There we go. I just grab it from there. I think we just go like this. Connect up. Now, why is that lower? That's not right. try that again. So I'm trying to put the pieces on this thing. Here we go, like that. And this wire's in the way. Oh, that's right. They can kind of sink if you're not careful. That's probably what happened. This might be dangerous. We might have a little chunk of pipe left. We probably do, right? Yeah, that was not wide enough. Let me... Here we go. I can save you, and then I can delete you. This is going to make this easier to do. All right. So now I'm not struggling with the Z fighting. I should be able to place these correctly. There we go. All right, so now we can get our... Now we can finally get this positioned correctly. Like that. There we go. All right. I guess we'll put these back. I don't think we actually need them anymore, but I'll put them back just in case. And then we'll delete them all when all the connections are done and everything's working. Okay, so there's one of these done. By the way, once we're talking about decorations, right? I have an idea. You can use Fixmas decorations to decorate the island, like Christmas trees and candy canes or snowflakes. You can fill up the space with Christmas trees. Oh, you're talking about the beach? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, at the moment, there's just this little bit of space open here. Yeah, I could maybe hide the crash or put some Fixmas decorations there. That's a pretty good idea. We'll come back and consider that after we get the build done. All right, so we kind of want one right here. The problem is we normally build on the joints, not in the center. So is there a way for me to do this? I'm not sure. See, we've got two different things there. And it's not a lot of space. It would be nice if I could figure out how to do it, though. So I think we come out like this. Can you pick one? Or sure, like that. We'll come out like that, and then we'll... No, I want you there. Yeah, we'll do it like this. There we go. So we do it like this, and we get half the angle, I think. And now we have a way to put down a couple of these. I think we'll just go out to there. Build a pipe between these. There's some clipping, but that should let us build the junction. Just like so. Okay, so now we get rid of our scaffolding and probably extra chunks of pipe on either side as well. Yeah, so we're going to have to get rid of that, and then rebuild them and hope that it looks good. So this should be, what's the best look here? I guess Auto 2D. And then we connect these like this. All right, there we go. There's another connection done. So this is a little slow of a process. We've got a bunch of these to go, but we shouldn't have to do more than 15, 16, something like that, because we did one connection, we got two of these connected. And once everything's connected, we'll figure out our fuel towers. Any pumps we need, we'll do wiring. So I think this is pretty close to the final design, or the final look. There'll be more connections between these, so it'll look a bit more like this kind of stuff over here. See a little bit more of that. But ultimately, we've got a lot of really nice curves. We've got clean connections. And I think it'll be good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are going to need a connection from this guy. So he's the tallest, but there's another tall one back there, so some of it could flow in that direction. Maybe I should build the fuel tower first. So if there's a fuel tower here that fed into this one, and then it waterfalled down to all the other ones, that would be good. And we can snake the line back up there to meet up with any other fuel towers, and then it'll curve around the island and head over to the turbofuel generation over there. Because these are all going to be fueled by that turbofuel over there. So maybe I should build the tower first here. Just so we have it in place. Let's come more like there. Oops, misclick back there. No, okay. So we need a, I think, fluid buffer here, 2 directions. So this would just be centered. All right, so we just need it to be higher than the ring. So that one should be fine. Or even the one just above it. Let's do these first. So if we put you there, yeah, it's a little higher off the ground. So we have the fluid coming in here, being pumped up here from the ground, and a pipe that kind of snakes around, up and around like that. Let's get some supports in here. That is okay. And then this should now, yeah, this would flow downwards into this. So let's put another connection here. All right, that's so much easier if I do it that way. Here we go. Want that nice and centered here, and hover. Okay, looks good. I do wonder if there's a way to make that faster or easier. So it flows in there, comes around, flows down to those two. So there's a start to this. I think we need, oh, you know what? We can just reuse this connection right here and just put one right there. Yeah, okay. For that one, we've already got the thing we need. The junction down there we can connect to directly. So let's do that. And that. I don't think we go straight down here, or maybe we do. Yeah, if we use horizontal and vertical, that'll be fine. Okay, let's get rid of this, and connect these up. And then for this, the pipe has an invalid shape. What? You can't do a cross junction vertical. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was on horizontal. It was on horizontal. It was on auto 2D. It doesn't like verticality in auto 2D. Got says, wait. What are the fluid buffers useful for? So, for me, it's a way to have everything flow downwards vertically, so that gravity pulls fluid down the pipes. And as long as I have a buffer here, as these machines are drawing fluid out of the pipe network and into their internal storage to burn it and make electricity, I want the pipe network to remain full at all times. I want all these pipes to be full. So if there's a buffer up here, that allows a little bit of like back and forth in terms of the fluid level. It just gives it a little bit of a buffer, so that basically as soon as these things pull something out of the network, there's a big chunk of fluid that can push right back in, and I don't have to kind of like worry about the pumps pumping stuff up into them, or I don't know. I just think a little bit of a buffer can help with complicated pipe setups like this. I think it gives you that little bit of wiggle room that you might need to get full 100% efficiency out of a build like this. Okay, so those are connected. Those are connected. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 done. So probably we want another connection over here down to this one, and then, or maybe this one. I think this one's higher up. That's gross. That one's higher, which is kind of a problem. Yeah, so we might not connect these to that network over there, because we should connect that to that, right? And then this guy should probably get fed from that guy, because he's higher as well. This one's, yeah, it's on the cliff edge. That's why it's elevated. So actually, we might solve our problems by bringing this one up a little bit. If we raised it until it was over that one, then we could feed down like that. I think I am going to do that. So we want to raise it up until it's like 1 meter higher than this one. Or at least the same height. I think we have to go a little bit higher here. Okay. And we want you centered. Can't tell where the edge is because of the foliage. Yeah. Ugh, gross. Come on. Where are you? There we go. All right, so I think one more. I think that's right. It's a little, yeah, no, it's 1 meter off on terms of the foundations, but I'm gonna leave it like this, I think. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. Or will it bother me? No, I don't, yeah, it's probably gonna bother me. All right, it doesn't take that long to delete and rebuild. Maybe I can position it from this side. That's centered? I think that's right. Let's check. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, all right, now we've got that set up. So now we can drop from that one to that one, from that one to that one, and from that to those two, and that tower will fuel this whole corner of the map. And actually, since we've already got one junction there, I think for this one, no, it probably makes more sense to connect it there, like that. So if we do these two and those two. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. This many pipes will take you a while to fill. If you connect to your fuel tower now, it will fill while you work and help you validate connections as you go. Shui, that's a good point. It will take a while to fill, and we have only a little bit that's not being used. So I might take your advice there and get started pumping things in a minute. Okay, let's build that and that, and between them. And then we grab you. I think you'll be vertical, right? Just like so. Okay. Clean up scaffolding. Reconnect original pipe curve. Auto 2D looks good. And we switch to horizontal to vertical and come down to that one, but I have to build it first. Okay. Okay, looks good. You can actually, if I hold R, yeah, you can bring it up like this. I always forget about this. Oh, that's a little icky. I guess the gravity will take care of it. Because that's a higher point, so it'll force it through that bend and down and in. What would be the other way to do it? Like angle one of them, I guess? Or make this one sideways instead of vertical? That's okay. That's okay. I think that's... I take it back. It's not okay. I think for this one, a U junction actually does work. So we'll come down underneath like this. There we go. That's better. That's cool. All right. There's my first toilet U-bend. Looks good, right? I think that looks better. That looks better. As long as you aren't exceeding the max flow rate of any individual pipe segment, you can use just the one fuel tower for the whole island. Yes, I agree. I understand that. The issue I'm trying to deal with is I want as much as possible for fuel to flow downwards vertically. And so like if we look over here, this one is higher up, right? And I don't want a giant long pipe going all the way over there to over there. I just don't want that. So instead, I'm going to have 2 or 3 of these setups, and we'll just have vertical piping pump up the fuel to here, and then it will be distributed kind of in a waterfall where everything flows to a ring that is lower than its current height. And that way, I just feel like I want to, as much as possible, I want to avoid for having anything flow upwards in a pipe. So that's the idea for why I might need more than one of these fluid buffers. At least that's my idea of it, of why I'm doing it that way. So these are all going to get painted green later. But I think it's already better than what we had before. Like the rings are neat and the connections are minimal. So for the most part, wherever you're looking at it from, things are looking pretty good, I feel. Let me look at getting started on actually pumping Turbofuel over here. So if I was to come down to the base and pop something like that, let's get a pipe. We're in horizontal to vertical, so let me come like this. Does that... How close can I get to the actual... There we go, and that's centered. Okay. So there's the pipe where we would have a pump sending stuff up. So presumably something like this down here. Right, something like that. Pumping the turbofuel up into the fluid container. And then this would head back along to towards the backside of the island and then loop around and connect up somehow. So I guess we'll just do something semi-temporary for now. How far can I get before I have to start climbing that hill? Okay, I can get to about there. So let's grab this pipe and let's have this snake out here to the, like here. There we go. Okay, so this is the fuel coming into the island. I do need power for this temporarily from one of these power plants. I'll have to remember to come back and redo this because that line is not going to be there. All those are for hovering, and all those are going to go away. But this should now be, the pump should now be powered. So let's go finish building this out kind of. Let's just make it as neat as possible. You'll kind of come over here, it looks like. And then down to the water line, probably. And then we'll just snake around the beach here. Ah. getting there. We're getting there. So this piece we want kind of heading straight across the water in as straight a line as I can manage. Ah. How am I going to get power out in the middle of the ocean? I guess I have to do something like this. There you go. Okay. Underwater pipes, very cool. I'm liking it so far. Have you go straight like that. And then come back up. We can find you. Let's just draw this out a little bit. Put more power out. Where is our connector? It's down there. Okay. So come up to here. Up out of the water. And I might rebuild this pipeline, I'm not sure. That's pretty cool, though, that it goes underwater like that. And now we can just connect it up here. Let's see. Is this going to work? There should be extra turbo fuel. We do need a valve to limit the rate here, I think, or the whole network's going to shut down. Valve going this way. And then max is probably something like 20. I can't remember how much I'm actually using and how much I have to spare. So I'm using 22 of these at 4.5. So I had there was room for 7 and change. So 7 times 4.5 is 28 plus 3.5. 30, yeah, we can allow 30 meters cubed per minute into this pipe, and it shouldn't affect anything else. Now, we are going down, but the gravity should push it back up, right? And it should be able to get as far as there should be enough head lift to get it as far as the fuel, the pump over here. Makes sense, though, as long as the fuel tower is high enough and the head pressure will fill all pipes eventually, yeah. Wait, before you said Subnautica is a good game, right? So maybe you would start a new world in Subnautica and stream Subnautica. It's a good game, so maybe you'd even get more viewers. You could do underwater pipes. Gotcha, yeah, no, I'm not, I really enjoyed Subnautica, and I would probably have loved to stream it at the time. But I've already played through it, and I don't know that I will go back to it. I think I got everything I could get out of that game. And mostly I'm streaming to just share with whoever happens to want to be here. I would like more viewers, but I don't think I'm going to play a game just to get viewers. I'm only going to play games that I want to play. And right now, I'm really enjoying Satisfactory and Marvel's Midnight Sun. So those are the two that I'm streaming and making a video series about. All right, so very, very slowly, that's going to trickle through. I don't know how long it will take, probably a pretty long time. Have you tried Raft? No, I have seen that. I've seen that game. I have not actually played it. It's the, yeah, I've seen the game streamed a couple times. Or, no, actually, I saw videos on YouTube. And I think the idea is interesting. I think the game has basically been spoiled for me at this point. So it would really only be about the base building aspect. And again, I'm kind of enjoying Satisfactory a lot right now. All right, so there's nothing here yet. It is pretty slow, and there's a lot of pipe. I limited it to 30. We should see stuff maybe, yeah, it's going to have to completely fill the underwater pipes first. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay, so it is flowing. We are getting turbo fuel coming in. It just has to like completely fill this underwater valley first before the gravity will push it up and through this pipe. So it's probably a good call to get this started early. We can get our fluid buffers kind of set up. And I will probably have to look into redoing some of that pipe work that I just laid down. I'm not sure what it would look like finally, but that's probably not the final pipe work. In the meantime, while that's working, we can continue working as well, connecting up rings, getting things working over here. But I think that's a good stopping point. We've set up the actual connection to the Turbofuel. Some of these we could turn on in about, probably about 20 minutes of in-game time. We'll probably start to get enough distance to actually fill this up. And I've got all the rings rebuilt, all the fuel regenerators rebuilt. We got started on connections, and I think you guys can see what I have in mind now for the final design. So once everything is connected up and running, and everything's green and camouflaged, and we have the final wires and the final actual turbo fuel pipe coming around over there, that is temporary. We're going to have to fix that. We might go further out the back to the deep water first. And then that way we can hide the pipe all the way until we connect up to the turbo fuel. But yeah, this is a good place, I think, to take a break. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you next time.